Hey, welcome guys, welcome back to another Sims Sunday build, Sims Sunday build number 9, I think. I never keep track of what, like, number build this is, but in any case, welcome back to another Sims Sunday build. Today we have a beginner starter home. I tried to go with a blue suburban home, which is really out of my style, and yeah, I thought I'd experiment. So this was my idea of like a blue suburban and also like a beginner start home. So it's fairly small. It was very tricky for me to do, but I mean, you'll see at the end what it kind of looks like. So I figured I want to go with something kind of like weird, like not weird. I don't know why I said weird, but really like uh, old looking, like kind of like those huge porches that kind of wrap around. That was my initial thought of this house. But then I was like, nah, like I'm just gonna make it simple, small porch in the front just to lead you up to the front door, and then at the back we can have like a little bit of a bigger porch just for like the backyard area, which isn't really a backyard area, it's just kind of this open area that has a porch, but it is like this area here is just completely open, so you can do whatever you want to. And I guess if you do play with this house, as you carry on with your Sims life, you can always extend the house and add things into the backyard and stuff. But I didn't add anything just because, for the sake of like funds and to kind of keep this as low cost as possible and still have your Sim have some money afterwards, after the build is done or after purchasing the house. They'd still have something if they need anything extra. So yeah, in any case, the total cost of this house came to, I think, like it was 16,800 simoleons, something like that. So yeah, it's a fairly cheap house, but I guess I could have maybe, reduce that price if I didn't make it a double story house. But I really wanted to do it just because it felt like I wanted to make it compact. But with it being compact, obviously there's limited space, so I added the second story to the house. But in any case, moving forward with this whole thing, so here's where I had that small porch idea. Again, blue suburban, so I went with that suburban house, so I went with that classic blue board kind of paint, and then the roofs and everything are, I think that's kind of like a grey color and a white trim around it. And then here we have, obviously the bottom floor is like the main area, so here we would have the kitchen, the dining, or I don't say a dining room because there's no real dining room, but like an eating area, and then just like the lounge and TV area as well. Again, all of this is quite small, and it was quite tricky for me just because this is outside of my usual build. So I did find it quite tricky, and especially working with a limited budget. I was like, I don't know what to add here, and I don't know how to decorate it to make it look nice. But then again, it is just a starter home, so we don't want to spend a lot of money on this, and we do just want to make it look, like a conventional starter home and something that your sim can kind of build upon or build onto, and just as their family grows, they can extend onto this house. So yeah, I did add some debug items just so that it does bring the cost down, so like landscaping stuff, just to bring all of the like the whole cost of the place down. I did kind of struggle to find out what things would work best here, but I went for like these simple hedges, not hedges, like bushes in the front, and then a tree here in the front, and then a tree in the back, which is quite nice. I like the positioning of that tree. And then I was going to add a fence, but it just looked weird, so I was like, nah, never mind. So yeah, and then I think this is kind of where at some point in time I do eventually end up changing this, just because it still felt too big to me, like this house. So I changed the layout a little bit by just making it a little bit shorter to kind of fit with the staircase as well, because the stairs were being super weird. So just for the sake of fitting in the stairs and making use of the like all of the floor area, I end up making the house a little bit smaller, just so everything kind of fitted in nicely and there was no like extra space. So yeah, and then basically what I end up doing in this section here, which we would get to in a little while once I kind of reconfigure the floor plan, is this ends up being the kitchen. So that one area there, and then on the other side where the stairs are, it kind of ended up being the lounge area, and then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But the kitchen is a combined thing, so it's like a kitchen as well as a like eating area. So yeah, here I changed the floor plan for the upstairs just because I wasn't happy with it initially. I felt like the main bedroom was a bit too small, so I ended up switching it to the other side, which we'll see in a little while as well. So I realized I tend to explain these things before it actually happens, so I apologize for that. It's just yeah, I don't know why I do that. So yeah, in any case, here we go. I added a little bit of a bathroom there and some wooden. I added the cheapest wooden floor that you could get to save on money. And then I think the doors as well, all of the same. Like it's the cheapest one you could get, but the cheapest, nicest looking one, I think. It's not the greatest looking door, but it looks kind of nice. So yeah, and then here's where I switch it up, where I switch the bedroom to the other side. And initially I wanted to have that as like a kid's bedroom or something like that. But I thought it just like in terms of the way that I play, I usually just start off with one sim and then expand and like build a family. I never start with like a whole family and then do a thing. Just 'cause I feel like it's more rewarding to have to like start from one sim and then build a family and stuff like that. So yeah, here's just a that's just like a basic bathroom. It's like a toilet, a sink, and then that's it. And here the kitchen is fairly simple. Again, I had to go with the cheapest appliances again because this is a beginner home, so we go with the cheapest appliances and the cheapest sink as well, and the cheapest bin as well. And then their simple two-person seating area. So here's where I change up the kind of layout and make it a little bit smaller for this house, just kind of fit the stairs in and to make it look a little bit more compact so I didn't have any extra space that was unused in this house. So I changed the top area quite a bit, and then this area here becomes the bathroom, which I feel like is a little bit too big, but I wasn't sure how to utilize the space any better. So like without spending money as well and without making the bathroom look like super extravagant and fancy. Again, this is supposed to be a beginner house, so it's not supposed to look that, you know, not that it's not supposed to look great, but it's not supposed to be like big and extravagant and whatever. It's supposed to be like a nice starter little area for your Sims. So yeah, and then here I think I did kind of mess up with this TV area, lounge area a little bit. This isn't the final layout, the layout of it. You will see the final layout as well, close towards the end, and what I changed it to. I feel like I maybe could have used a different TV stand thing for the TV, but I really liked having the idea of having the TV on like that little box crate thing for some reason. I don't know why, it just seemed kind of cool. So yeah, um, as you can see, the space in the bathroom is just like a little bit of extra space here that I didn't know what to do like with that space. So yeah, again, this is the first time for me. I'm not used to building such small houses or actually having such a restrictive budget actually in terms of building and buying. So yeah, I struggled a bit to find out what like rug would work best here, so I went with that one. I did cut it out, I think. So I went through like quite a few different rugs and then like side tables as well. And I just add some paintings on the wall just to kind of liven up the place again, and then a little fence there, just that if someone's there, they don't fall down the stairs because that'd be quite dangerous. And then some paintings upstairs as well. And then just adding some things here and there, just again to make it look more lived in. And then I do add a shelf, just because I feel like in a starter home, like a shelf, some form of like skill thing is important, as well as a computer. Like I feel like those are three essential things that you need to have. Like obviously like food things and like a bathroom and whatever and like a bed. But I feel like in terms of actually, you know, getting a job and building skills and things like that, it's important to have those three items. And I added an easel there just because I think I remember like a couple of years ago James Turner did what is it called, the Max Power thing, and he made quite a bit of money with the paintings. So I figured that could be a cool way to make money. So yeah, and then here we have the bedroom area again, just adding some more class items, some pictures and stuff, just to make it look more lived in. And then I changed the kind of layout of the furniture in the bedroom just to accommodate this, the computer. So I move quite a few things around here. I think this is also kind of where I switch the or move the lounge area around. So I was initially gonna add some plants and like a little stereo there, but I was like, nah, let's not do that. Let me just switch this area around quite a bit because I also wanted to add like a nice double seat couch instead of having like two single seats. So yeah, and I think yeah, here's kind of where I changed the configuration of the main bedroom around. Again, it's not because this is just a beginner house, you can obviously change this. I mean, with all my builds, you can change around and figure out what works best for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the building side of things. I don't think I add anything else onto this. I think that is the final form of the house, and we'll go through the walkthrough shortly. I think, hopefully. Oh, I just add some railing there just so no one falls down. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Just adding some extra items there, paintings, just, to help things look more homely. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So here we go through the walkthrough. There's my sim there. I always just pick like random sims just to kind of play test the house. So here we have the kitchen and like the little seating area. I feel like I could have maybe added a rug or something around here. But again, money-wise, trying to save money, just that your sim does have some extra money to kind of, spend on like bills or whatever. Because you don't want them to buy like a whole lot and then they don't have anything. And yeah, that was the outdoor area there. And then we have the smaller bathroom here. Just, again, toilet, sink, a small little hamper, and then a towel there to wipe your hands. And then here's the TV area, lounge, whatever you want to call it. Again, I feel like I could have done something more here, added a rug or something. But again, I feel like this is a learning curve for me. So next time I will add these things. And then, yeah, and then we go to the main bathroom upstairs here, which has the shower and everything. I went with like a basic white color scheme here. And then we go over to the main bedroom, or the only bedroom in the house. So there's a computer, there's a dresser, simple bed, nice mirror. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the house. So I do hope you enjoyed the video and you have picked up a few tips. And if you have any tips for me, please let me know. But please do leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Cheers, guys.